Top 5 most amazing streets in the world. Number 5. 9 de Julio Avenue, Argentina. 9 de Julio Avenue, meaning 9th of July Avenue, in honor of Argentina's Independence Day, is the widest street in the world. It has 6 lanes in each direction and it spans an entire city block. There is a single building that sits on the avenue, the former Ministry of Communications building, but there are many famous landmarks along the side, such as the old French embassy, a statue of Don Quixote, and the famous obelisk, visible in the picture above, and Plaza de la Repubblica. Number 4. Lombard Street, United States. Lombard Street in San Francisco is famous for its bizarre hairpin turns. There are 8 of the turns, called switchbacks, and the street is known as the crookedest street in the world. The turns were added because the street would have been too steep for most vehicles, though it would still be less steep than the street in item 1. The twisting section of Lombard Street is now one-way, in order to make it safer, and there is a parking ban in place. Number 3. The Magic Roundabout, England. Anyone who has been on the internet for a while will recognize the Magic Roundabout. It has appeared in virtually every funny picture list you can find. The roundabout is a real roundabout in Swindon, England. It was built in 1972 and it includes 5 other smaller roundabouts. To make matters worse, you must travel anti-clockwise, the reverse of the normal situation on British roundabouts, when you enter the smaller central roundabout. The Swindon Junction has been voted the worst junction in Great Britain. Number 2. Savoy Court, England. As most of our readers will know, the British drive on the left, unlike Europe and the United States. But there is one exception to this rule. Savoy Court is the only street in Britain where cars must legally drive on the right. Apparently this dates back to the old hackney cabs. By driving on the right, the driver was able to open the back door without leaving the cab, allowing the passengers to alight on the sidewalk. This is allowed by a special Act of Parliament. Number 1. Steepest Street, New Zealand. Baldwin Street in Dunedin, New Zealand boasts the steepest street. New Zealand has many cities built on or around mountainous and hilly areas, and Dunedin is no exception. This street, and many others in New Zealand, were designed by British town planners who had never been to the country. They simply overlaid a grid pattern on the map and had no idea that they had made impossible or ridiculous design choices. The slope on Baldwin Street has a 35% grade. The road is so steep that at the top it is made of concrete because the usual road surfacing material used in New Zealand, asphalt, would slide down the street in hot weather.